right, good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. So, today is Tuesday, the 28th of February, 28th of October, 28th of October 2025, and you are here with me. Another day of trading session. Okay, so let's start with the dollar index. As usual, so looking at the dollar index, yesterday we spoke about price going up into the fair value gap up here, 99.32, and then the 99.13 level. And yeah, we kind of had a pullback, which is normal, but as you can see, price is now continuing to go up. It was just a manipulation for the week, which is the low of the week forming. Yeah, it was the low of the week forming. And I think this is the low of the week. It actually went to 50% of the range. It went to 50% of the range, and we also had this auto block here, a very strong auto block here, and price is reacting off from that. So we are expecting price to basically continue going up. Now, with what we have now, it's a clear indication of bullishness, especially with the time of the day and the size of the move. Okay, so we are expecting that to happen, and that will give you euro to go down. I think maybe tomorrow. Today is the pound drop day, so today is the pound dropping. Tomorrow will be likely the euro also will drop. So tomorrow, that's when that's when you can look for a sell on the euro. I think yesterday I gave you a sell on the British pound. It went very, very close to the stop loss, but it couldn't get there, and then we've seen price drop down aggressively. And like I said, we are going to take out this low. So 1.3249 is the drawn liquidity. We can go all the way down to 1.3140. That will be long, I would say medium term, because I think overall dollar index is bullish, so we might get them to drop. Okay, so once we take out this low, I'll be expecting a continuation. Okay, so expect that to happen. Obviously, it's all depend on how this pair is also doing, and that one has also gone for the target. Yesterday I spoke about this. You can see how low, okay, drawdown is literally probably none, and then price went up. So euro pound is down to the upside. It can continue going up because from the weekly perspective, there is nothing really here. The next upside is right there, which is maybe 0.87700 level, and above that there is nothing really. So we might just keep going up. Maybe a pullback can happen, which if that's the case, you just have to deal with it. Maybe if you want to go the counter trend pullback, I'm going the daily so you can see If we want to pull back, maybe a counter trend trade, pulling back, and then a continuation to the upside. So as it stands, I think for now pound is the go-to until we take out this low. Okay, and then tomorrow I think euro will also make a run for that. So I'll probably look for a sell on euro going into tomorrow. Okay. Gold, I think we spoke about this one as well, that is going to continue going down into that fair value gap. Okay, it's going to continue to that fair value gap, and then yeah, we will see how price will react from there. Now if we don't reject this fair value gap today, that will mean gold is gonna go down. Okay, if we don't reject that fair value gap today, it means gold will go down. Okay, so yeah, if we don't reject the fair value gap today, that will mean gold, it's likely gonna come somewhere here. Okay, if we don't reject here, if we don't reject this level, then gold is gonna come somewhere here, which is the last impulse leg on the weekly time frame. It might come all the way down for a pullback. Let me see. Yeah, it might come all the way down for a pullback. I don't think that should be the case. However, price can do whatever it wants to do, because that will mean they will break the last area of distribution, which is this down candle. Then it will come to the first one, which is somewhere here, which is, this will be the original consolidation, and then this will be the first area of accumulation, which will line up with exactly the 618 to 70.5 OTE level. Okay, so all eyes on gold today to see if they can reject the weekly fair value gap. If it doesn't, then yeah, gold will continue going down. That means going into the rest of the week, you can actually look for trade ideas to go to the downside. Okay, crude oil, yesterday I was looking for them to go above this high here. And then that is where we will start looking for the sell, but it looks like price is not doing that. Now let me measure the range again. Okay, it actually did touch the 618, but I'm not convinced. Okay, I'm not really convinced that that should be the high. Okay, I think it should have gone above that up candle, because that is an area of distribution. So usually price should go above it and then reject. Okay, so I think maybe it might manipulate and come back one more time before we go down. Okay, so I'm gonna be cautious with this, because selling might cause some pain, especially the fact that we don't have any run on previous week high as well. It could be forming the low of the week and then going all the way up, then we go down. So my advice, we're gonna stay away from crude oil for now. Okay, we're gonna stay away from crude oil for now, and then maybe come back to it later. Okay, we're gonna come back to crude oil later. So leave crude oil alone and we come back to it later. Okay, ES, I think we are on our way to the 6980. I wanted to see them pull back into the volume imbalance before going, but it seems it's not going to do that. So you can look for your longs this afternoon as well. So wait for 2 p.m. in the next 30 minutes. Then any pullback, I think it's already shown willingness, it wants to go up, especially with them going above this down candle. So we have 39 minutes. The next 39 minutes, you want to buy the next candle and put your stop loss below here, and then aim for the 6980. So what I mean by is, wherever the next candle opens, you're gonna put your stop loss below that, and you're gonna aim for this level. Okay, and ideal entry probably might be here. Okay, that would be the ideal entry, either this candle's high or there, any of them. So this candle's high or the gap, you can use any, and then you enter. Don't buy here. Okay, let it come a little bit lower, put your stop loss there, and then let them go. Now because sometimes they can't do that, if they decide to come back down, take it out and then go back up, you buy, same thing, to continue going up. Okay, so that is that for the ES. But if you want and you can't be in front of the screen, as soon as this candle closes, the next 4 hour candle closes, you buy long. Okay, so if it opens here, that will be your entry. Your stop loss goes below here, and then you aim for that level. Okay, all right, now let's turn our attention to the crypto market. Okay, so with the crypto market, obviously I told you what's going to happen. Yesterday I spoke about this down candle that we're supposed to find support there and then continue going up, and you can see that is what is actually happening, and it did eventually leave that fair value gap, right? That one. Okay, so we have a fair value gap that will now support price to continue going up, and I gave you this down candle as, if you want to buy, that's where you buy, and then continue going higher. So Bitcoin, we are looking for higher prices. Ethereum, same thing, down candle, fair value gap, we are looking for higher prices. I think this high is likely gonna be taken, so 4,003 roughly, that's the price level, price it's trying to reach for. Solana, same thing, and left a gap. So I'm expecting that to continue going up to 211.66. That is also the draw on liquidity. Ripple, same thing. I think rebalancing this is the key for Ripple right now. So that candle's low comes in at 27741 on Ripple. That is the target for Ripple for now. Obviously it will go beyond that, but for now that is the target. Hype is hyping this high 51. That is where price is reaching for now. Now looking at what price has done, I think especially that's why yesterday I said my favorite is hype, XRP, and then the Chachki. Okay, and I'll show you Chachki in a few minutes, because that went up 40% yesterday. Crazy. Okay, so the way they've accumulated over here, the way price went sideways, ignore this week. Okay, that is manipulation. The way price has gone sideways, and now we've got this impulse leg. To me, we are going to break this high and run higher. Okay, it looks like they're going to break this high and run higher. That will depend on how price is gonna trade above this high. As in, we don't want them to go above it and then sharply reject, because if they do, then that is setting up a potential move to the downside, which is this high to this low, and then it coming to 70.5, and then we'll come back down again. But from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like that. So I think we might break this high and then scream all the way up here to make a new all-time highs. That is what I'm seeing on the hype market. Okay, so if you like to buy any cryptocurrency, hype, Ripple, and then yesterday I mentioned Chachki. AX16 is also not doing bad. I think I said we shouldn't break, we shouldn't close below that. We came and we had support. Right now we're above this last up candle prior to the move down. So it seems like we will basically go up again. Okay, we'll be going back up again. So that up candle over there, that will be the drawn liquidity for price to rebalance. The whole move to the downside, price will need to rebalance. And then finally Chachki. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. We had a move of 40%, just that one. We spoke about it yesterday after they broke the high, right? And then it screamed up again. So there should be a continuation till we get probably here or here. So 0.0000049 and then 0.0000508. That will be the draw on liquidity on Chachki for now. Okay, and similar to the hype market, this whole move to the downside, that was manipulation. So this seems like accumulation, and price is gonna scream up. Okay, so that is that for the crypto market. So to summarize, Bitcoin, we are going up. Ethereum, same thing. Solana, same thing. XRP, same thing. Hype, same thing. But if you want to take a trade, then I would prefer XRP, Hype, and then Chachki. Okay. All right. Now let me go back to the currencies and bring your attention to dollar index. Now, looking at how aggressive this candle is. Okay, now within the next 1 hour 30 minutes it will close. You can pay attention to this volume imbalance in case we pull back. Okay, you can pay attention to that volume imbalance, and that area should find support and continue going up. That is if we pull back. Ideally the next candle should open and then continue. So the next candle should do something like this. But if it starts coming down, this is your area of support. I think I spoke about it the last time. If we gap down, we're supposed to come back up to it and continue. If we trade through it, that will act as like a point of resistance or support, and then price will essentially shoot up again. So with that said, you can look for sell on euro, sell on British pound, gold nothing for now. We're watching to see how the gap will behave. Crude oil, not so sure what it's trying to do, so we're staying away. And then buying this, I'll probably buy within the next 15 minutes or 30 minutes. The next 30 minutes I'll buy and then see what price will do. All right, so that's pretty much it for today's session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a blessed day. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another live session. Until then, have a great day.